Hello, everyone. Um, this is John here. Uh, just wanted to um, make a small video tonight and to tell you that oftentimes when we go to churches, we feel out of place, or we don't feel right, or we're not made to feel right or like we belong. Lord, that's not the Lord's fault. Um, People are just people. But I encourage anyone here that is in a leadership position within your church to make everyone feel welcome in the church. Whatever happened to pastors that met and greeted everyone at the door? Whatever happened to pastors that uh, shook everyone's hand on the way out of the door? Somewhere along the lines, we some churches, it seems, have forgotten the most important thing, and that's their people. And people were important enough for Jesus to die for. Why aren't people good enough for us as pastors to pay attention to? I would love to have a church, a building, and start a church. I'm new in this ministry. I don't even know how to do that. I'm praying about it, but I would I don't think there's anything wrong with a large church. Don't get me wrong. I think large churches, if their heart's in the right place, are great. Um, I would love to be a part of a church that grows to the point where there's no room and you have to build a bigger one. Um, Financially, though, I don't know how. I just trust in the Lord for that part of it. But I can assure you that um, any church that I am a pastor of, if the Lord wills, um, I'm going to make it a point to go around and shake everyone's hand, to sit beside them and talk to them. The pastor, above all, should be accessible to everyone. I'm not going to mention what church. I'm not going to call anybody by name. They're just people, and again, like I've said in previous videos, I'm sure I'm a worse person than they are. But when the pastor of a church walks by you as you're trying to speak to him and don't even slow down to acknowledge you, I don't understand why a pastor would do something like that. Now, again, I'm not knocking um, any church in particular, and I'll never mention a name. People, they're good people. They make mistakes. He might have been having a bad day. I know I don't look like your typical Christian, if you will, or minister, pastor. But if you take me at face value, I mean, I don't, nobody would ever speak to me. I mean, for goodness sakes, I get followed around at Walmart by loss prevention. I mean, it, it's just the way I look. Now, I have tattoos, and now I'm not going to get any more, but I can't take these off. And the way I've been made to feel in times past, the names I've been called by people that I work with or around, um, because of the way I look. I may have been a lot of things, but a thief has never been one of them. Somebody that would rob somebody's and steal a purse has never been one of them. My reason for making this video is, let's not judge anybody for any reason, and just because they look a certain way or they don't act a certain way. Sometimes people in the church are guilty of being judgmental. Now, not all of them. I'm not saying anybody in particular. I'm saying that I've been a part of it. I've been in churches where I haven't felt welcome. Nobody will even speak to me. And if it may be the way I look, I've struggled with that thought. Do I need to cover my tattoos when I go into church? Is that the respectful thing to do for the Lord? I don't care what men think. I never have, and I'm never going to. But I do care about what the Lord thinks. Let you guys that are listening, the few of you that are, just let me know. What do y'all think? I mean, I lean on, like, my uncle David is one of the most, just the greatest man of God that I've ever known. I love him, and I don't tell him enough. His family's a great family. I love all of them. I love everybody, and I've not always acted like it or went out of my way, and that's my failure. But Uncle David, if you're watching, what do you think? I look up to you, um, because you've got the credibility, um, and I would take your word and keep it, and do whatever it was that you thought was best. But again, I've been made to feel like I'm less. Um, Nobody looks at me twice in a church. Sometimes, not all of them. Grace Baptist is where I go now. It's a great church. Great church. I love it. They made me feel welcome every time that I've come in there and then disappeared again. Um, they've never held that against me. They've never said, "Well, here he is again. He's going to leave again." Not once have they ever judged me. And again, I'm going to break these videos, up, so that way they're not so hard to send to my sister to post. Again, she's doing Christy Jean, you're doing a great job. Um, my sister Anna, Sarah, Joshua, and my brother Larry, who I'm going to do a whole other video on. Again, I'm going to be cutting this up into pieces, so just bear with me here.